Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today, Scorpio, for your meditative session, you guys got the devil. I don't think this is a bad thing. It could be for some of you, not a bad thing, but it could be that some of you guys are dealing with like a Capricorn or have a lot of Capricorn in your chart. That could like just be the first thing. For some of you guys, I feel this has, this could signify some sort of karma, right? We don't have the wheel out, but that's what I'm kind of getting with this. It's like a bond, right? And a bond or an addiction. But I feel like it has to do with a cycle in your life. And I think you're contemplating and either letting it go for some of you. That's what I'm saying. For some of you, I feel some of you guys are about to pass the threshold where you let that go. You let that excessive thinking or that excessive, something that you're doing that you know you shouldn't be doing, you're about to let it go. And for some of you guys, I think that it could just be a bond to a person. Maybe you're letting a person go. So that's what I'm getting. It's like a big deal, but it doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It could be very, very positive. It's really on what you're deciding to do and where you're deciding to go with your life. Like if you're deciding to let go of something toxic, then obviously you know that you're headed in the right direction. But I think it's been a really hard decision. And not the fact that you don't want to do it, the fact that it's hard for you to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, I think a lot of you guys know that it's not the best thing, whatever this is, that you're trying to let go of. But at the same time, it's something that, again, you might be like addicted to. You might be, it brings you comfort in some sort of way. But I think that divine is really urging for you guys to, if this is a behavior or a person that you know you need to let go of, it's like now is the time. Right? If there's one final thing you have to say, one final thing you have to do, it's like, don't even do that. Don't even say that. Just leave. That's what I'm getting. Like straight up, just go. This could be a bond to a person that you just don't know how to let go of because, again, maybe there's some codependency here. Maybe this person, I heard the word and I forgot. I know it in Spanish, but I don't know it in English. They enable you. Sorry. They're an enabler. So maybe you have an addiction and someone doesn't care. They'd rather you be addicted because at least, that keeps you with them. You know what I'm saying? This can go so many ways. And that's what I'm trying to say, Scorpio. It's something that you need to let go of, that you have to let go of. It could be a person. It could be a habit. It could be both things. But it's just, you're done with it. You're done with it. And for some of you, you've already let it go. For some of you, you're about to. And it's kind of like there's no time like the present. Don't do just one more thing. I feel like someone's putting up I'll do it on this day, and I'll do it on this week, because this. No, it's like right now. It's just to do it right now. Do not let this, just let it go. Straight up. So yeah, Scorpio, I don't even want to hold on to it. Let's pull some more cards. Scorpio, I feel like this devil came out. This devil has kept you from so much shit. right? And I feel like it's this masculine. It could be the feminine, pick your energy. But I feel like this devil energy has come in many different forms. It has not only come in maybe addiction, right? It has not come in, fear, but I think it has also come a lot in ego as well. A lot of ego here. A lot of a need for control, right? It's just so much wanting control and wanting things to be a certain way, wanting things to happen a certain exact way, and it can't happen like that. And again, maybe there's a mirroring between the feminine and the masculine where both people kind of want certain outcomes in a very specific way. It just feels very nitpicky, right? Very nitpicky, right? And if there's the tiniest of disturbances, someone gets frazzled or someone gets really confused and doesn't know what the hell to do because of one tiny bump on the road, right? And that's what this devil feels like to me. And it's sad because I feel like this devil has kept the masculine and the feminine, because it's affecting two people here. We have the King and the Queen of Cups, and we have the King and the Queen of Earth. And we also have the Emperor here. So I think that this, this devil, and it's like a control thing. I really feel with the Emperor and the ego, it was a lot to do with control. And I think it was also the way that they might have viewed a feminine, right? Because it's like, when it comes down to it, it affected all aspects of this person's life. It affected every part of this person's life, right? We have an Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Them choosing not to leave, it kind of feels like a mindset, aside from the control thing and the ego thing. It kind of feels also like a mindset. It's, I'm right, you're wrong. It's my way, it's not going to be your way. It has to be this way, not that way. Like, it feels not only of ego, and not only of control, but it just doesn't feel good. It feels anxious. It's making me feel anxiety. And I think that this person, I feel like it's this masculine, is now able to have this new beginning because the ego is in reverse. And what's crazy is I wanted to know more about this ego, or where this ego has led them, and they don't want to talk about it. Like, they didn't want to give me cards on it. So I feel that wherever this has led the masculine might not be something that they might say, to be honest. It might just be something between the masculine and the divine forever. Like, how low this person went, or how far they went off track, where they turned to, they're not talking about it. As soon as I asked about it, the Death card came out. They just want you to know that it's over with. It's 100% over with. And now this person is not looking to kind of control every situation. They're looking to give equally to someone, but they wouldn't really speak about where they went, to be honest. So I don't know for sure where this devil energy led this masculine, but I do know that they kept trying to create. They kept trying to have these new beginnings. They kept trying to start again, and to, they kept trying to start new things. Like, it's not that they haven't been trying, it's the fact that nothing is coming to fruition for them because they're not balanced at all, right? And it's the fact that, every time they try to start something new, it doesn't work out for them, and they're very unstable. And it's because the energy that they're using, right? It doesn't feel like someone using dark magic or anything like that. It just feels like someone who, it's like they won't give up the idea that they could be wrong. You know what I mean? They won't give up the illusions that, they might have done things wrong, or they might be doing things the wrong way, or they might be going towards the wrong path. They might have been wrong about a certain situation or a person, and it was a lot of that kind of energy. So I just feel like everything that this person tried to really create, it hasn't really worked out. to be honest. And I feel like it's also because of the energy that this masculine was sitting in at this time. And it's kind of like, again, it's like I'm right and you're wrong. You know what I mean? And I think it's like a deep down belief that they're right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to be right. Like, it's so ingrained. This person, again, they're coming up as an emperor, but I feel like the emperor is coming out because this person is, they're draining to the point where they drain me just thinking of the way that they act. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like their energy is so controlling and authoritative, right? And I feel like that clashes so much with the feminine energy. It's like such a strong masculine energy, but not in a good way, right? It's in a dictator kind of way, like it has to be my way. And I think that this person, again, I'm being told that there's a depth to this, but they're leaving a lot out. And I don't really know why. I really don't, but I think it's a good thing, because I think that the feminine might be watching this, and it's just not something that the feminine is meant to know, to be honest. It's not. It's like, it's just, again, it's a private thing. And I don't know why the divine doesn't want like me to know or you to know, but I think they just want everyone to know that it's been put away, right? It has been dealt with, and now there's a new opportunity for this Ace of Cups. But they're leaving so much out. It's crazy. Yeah, they're leaving so much out. They're just basically saying that there's a missed opportunity for this masculine, but they're not really saying what happened. You know what I mean? Which is so funny to me. I'm sure I could figure it out if I really wanted to, but I'm not, because it seems like they don't want us to know, you know, or the person watching to know. Because honestly, I think that maybe if you found out, you wouldn't forgive this person, or you wouldn't look at them the same. And I think it would affect what's going to happen next. And I think that you guys are obviously a true pair. And I just think that if you found out what happened or something, there's something like if you found out, I think you'd be very upset. And I think you wouldn't want to maybe take this person back, or you wouldn't want to even meet this person if this is a new person. But yeah, like I see that this is a match, so I see that you two are meant to meet. But I feel like if I were to tell you how this all came to an end, and what specifically happened, you guys would kind of not want this person, to be honest. It's like I'm protecting you from yourself, because I don't feel that you're a bad person who's watching this. I don't feel like that at all. I just feel like there's a reason they don't want you to know. I just feel, I don't know why, they just don't want you to know. Every time I tried to pull out cards to find out like what was the cause of this, like what exactly did they do, like where did they go, they don't really want to, like they didn't really put cards out for that. They just kept putting cards of like they left out the whole middle. You know what I mean? They're telling us the beginning and the end of the story, but they're not telling us the in between. And I think that's for a really big reason. But yeah, maybe you've had a beginning with this person and now you guys will be ending up together. So what happened in between didn't really matter. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like it's irrelevant. Maybe some of you guys are just trying to figure out, you know, something specific by watching the reads, and that like they don't want you to know. That's what I keep getting. Like they don't want you to know. I think that's funny. Yeah, they just want you to know that there's been an end. So if this person was with someone else, there's been an end to that. If this person was, whatever this person's addiction was, I feel like there's an end to it, but I feel like you have to see that for yourself. So yeah, always like look for that yourself. But this person's, with whatever happened to this person, which they're not really getting into, this person has changed. And it's not like their eyes have been changed, right? They're not confused anymore, right? Again, there's something big that happened here. And that the way that they're looking at the feminine, like, see, you're coming up here twice as the Queen of Cups. It's like you're always in their head, which is also something that's interesting. It's like through every single, every time they kind of try to take a step forward, you've been there in the back of their mind. Like, you see how they're trying to start off again, but they're very imbalanced, and then you're like down here. And then they're working really hard to have stability in their life and to create a new beginning, but you come up down here again. Like, they're still thinking of you, but they're not in the right energy. And I feel like here's a part of them where they won't admit like what happened. They won't admit the fact that like maybe that you left because they were being selfish. Maybe you left because they were unstable. Maybe you left because they were manipulative. Maybe you left for a lot of reasons. And that's something they didn't want to come to terms with. But you're still there in the back of this person's mind. That's what's crazy here with the feminine and the masculine. It's like the feminine is always, it's like kind of like a haunting energy in a sense where it's like, maybe this person feels guilty for something. And again, it's like they don't want to look at their own actions. There's no introspection here. And until there is, right? But they won't say what was the catalyst to that introspection, which I find really interesting. But all they want you guys to know is that this person is not confused anymore about what happened between the two of you. I feel like there has been some sort of introspection. There's a lot of readings about someone being humbled, right? A lot of readings about a masculine being humbled at this time, asking for help, having to ask for help. That's like the only way that this could happen is if the masculine kind of bends the knee to the divine, right? Because it feels like the masculine was at a, and that, yeah, it's interesting because someone here is bending the knee. Yeah. It's like this person they weren't going to give this person this opportunity if they did not bend the knee. But yeah, I feel like this whole thing comes to an end, this double energy, and just thinking about, it's like this is all past energy where it's like they couldn't really get you off the back of their mind. I feel like that's also some sort of excessive thought of you, right, in the back of their head, maybe a guilt in a sense. Again, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but there definitely seems to be a reading about two people who know one another, and it just feels like this person, it feels like they tried to start something new when they already had, how do I explain this? They already had, it's like what they were asking for new things when they already, it's like you ask for a new pair of shoes when you already have a pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know you don't need it, so you keep asking for it, and then you keep expecting to get a new pair, but for what reason? So then at the end of the day, you never get that new pair of sneakers because you have it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're asking for something they already have, and I feel like it's like they're trying to manifest a new beginning, but meanwhile, like they have unfinished business with you. That's what it feels like. It's like they already have the person that they desire, but they didn't want to maybe like admit that they were wrong about something, so they just were like, you know what, forget about this. Again, it's unclear like how the ending between the two of you happened, but it's like the feminine energy has been in the back of this masculine's mind this entire time, and I feel that I think they know that they were being immature at the time, and I don't think that they've been able to forget this feminine energy. And I think that this feminine energy has in some sort of way helped this masculine evolve into the emperor, into the king of earth upright, right? And now I definitely see that because this emperor was able to let go of this energy, they are now moving into a new beginning in love. And I feel it's very interesting because it could be with you. It could be with this person from the past, it could be with someone new, but they're now sitting upright, right? And I think that this abundance and the celebration and this time that's to come for this person is going to be very, very beautiful because they took a moment to kind of get into hermit mode and fix the situation. They could have Virgo's here, Capricorn is here. But yeah, I really see that them going into hermit mode is now enabling all this to happen, but it took a while because I feel like this person was stubborn. You know, this could be have Taurus in this person's chart with this king of earth. But yeah, I feel a very stubborn energy, and I feel this new beginning was only possible because I feel someone took a look at something. I think that could have also been what the double energy was, not wanting to look back at what happened and just trying to keep moving forward. But it's like every time they try to take a step forward, they are haunted by something in the past. And I think what they're haunted by is the fact that something happened between the two of you that was like kind of maybe on them, right? But because of their ego, because of their control, they didn't want to let it go. You know what I mean? They didn't want to admit that they were wrong. So yeah, it really feels that there is a new beginning in love for this emperor. So congratulations to this emperor. I feel like this emperor, I don't know who I'm talking to. I feel like sometimes I'm talking to the feminine because I feel that there's things that are missing that the feminine isn't meant to know. But then at some points I'm thinking I'm talking to the masculine because we're ending the reading with the masculine ending in abundance, right? But yeah, it feels that the feminine had a really crucial role for this masculine in this awakening, I'd want to say, or in taking a look at something that they didn't want to take a look at in the first place. But it just seemed like everything didn't work out for this masculine for a reason, and it was because there was something that they were supposed to deal with that they kept avoiding. So until they took a look at it, they weren't able to kind of move forward. But yeah, now there's this huge abundance coming and the celebration for this masculine because they have been able to complete, a cycle. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, let's see if there's any advice. I don't know for who, if it's for the feminine or the masculine. Let's see. So yeah, I'm not sure who this advice is for, but we have Eagle, Spirit. Spirit has your back, number 23, making a 5. I feel like this is for what's to come, right? Because I feel getting out of this energy has already happened, and I already feel like we're at the new beginning. So I feel like with this 5 coming up, I feel that we're going from the 3 to the 5. Yeah, to the 9. Yeah, there's something coming up for this masculine, right? And this is something about this masculine's abundance, right? And I think that's what Spirit is trying to say. It's like, it's not the fact that we don't have your back, because I feel there's been a lot of times when you tried to create something that it didn't work out, but you had to understand that what you were creating wasn't going to be right. You were going to create like a Frankenstein baby. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you were not in the right energy at this time when this was happening. And maybe, again, you had someone in the back of your mind, like this feminine, who you see things maybe working out for them, or you see them very stable, and you don't understand like why they're stable and why you can't be stable, right? It kind of feels like, why can they do it and I can't? Or why do they seem fine and I'm not? Or, you know what I mean? And I think it's something from within. You know what I'm saying? It has something to do with from within. And I think you have to stop putting yourself in this victim mentality, because I feel like Spirit has only been trying to help you at this point. And even though you felt abandoned by them at one point, I think that Spirit has always been there. And that's why with this Ace of Cups coming, I think this is also love from the divine, showing you that like they have always been there for you. It's just the simple fact that they're not going to give you something. Again, you were creating Frankenstein baby, right? So I think it's like they're showing you how much they love you by, when there's a parent that just gives their kid everything they want because they don't want to hear them cry, but there's also a parent that sometimes has to make hard decisions for their kids and won't give them everything they want, even though they know their kid's going to be like, I hate you. You know what I mean? I really like hate you, but you're just trying to help the kid out. You know what I mean? That's kind of what this feels like. It feels like tough love in the fact that they know what's better for you, and they just kept it away. They kept something away from you for a really long time, because, and it also feels like this feminine has been kept away from you, right? Like there seems to be a line here. Holy shit, sorry. But yeah, there was like a line here, right? Like you guys were not connected. Although this person was in the back of the masculine's mind, this feminine, they were not connected because this person was so disconnected within that they didn't, again, just like this masculine has spirit guides and angels guiding them, this feminine has spirit guides guiding them, and they're protecting the feminine. You know what I mean? Like just as your spirit guides are protecting you, there's someone protecting them. So you have to understand that things weren't being, it's not that you can't create abundance in your life. Like look at this, you're going to create abundance right now. You're going to have a celebration in your life, but it was only after the fact that you were able to understand that this doesn't come from you, it comes from the divine. And these aces don't come from you, they come from the divine. And I think that's something that the masculine really had to understand. The soulmate doesn't come from you, the soulmate comes from the divine. This, again, another ace, it comes from the divine, it does not come from you. It's kind of like a mellowing out of energy for the masculine. And the goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. I feel like this is the feminine. I think they've been curious as to what's been going on with you. Again, I feel like someone wants to know what happened in the middle. They were there in the beginning and they want to be there in the end, but they don't know what happened in the beginning. Maybe that's something that you can decide to tell them. You know, masculines, you tell the feminine, you know, what happened in between. Maybe that's what you're meant to do. But I don't think this feminine energy has ever not cared. I think this feminine energy has always just tried to protect herself. And when she saw that you were not in the right way, it was like, okay, like I have to go and do my own thing until you fix your shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're responsible for yourself, so you have to do that work yourself. And I feel like you did go do that work for masculines. You did go do that work. But I think it's been a long journey. It's been a very long journey. Even with the Hermit card, like I just feel a long journey. And I feel like the masculine, again, there was always questions of why they couldn't feel abundant, why they didn't feel happy, why nothing felt like a celebration. It was because you were not going the right way. You weren't with the right people. Everything was wrong. And you were not in the right way. So now everything, trust me, is going to feel totally different for the masculines, because now things are actually as they should be. And now that you understand, like, the divine is going to give you everything that you want. And I feel like if you want to talk to this feminine, I feel like they are very curious about what's going on. And I do feel like they're still compassionate for you. I mean, yeah, that's up to you guys on what you decide to do. But yeah, I don't know about this middle stuff. I don't. That's like on you guys. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.